So this is a time when we have to take care of this portrait, and for this we will have to tackle UVs. So what is UV? UV unwrapping. So UV unwrapping is the process of converting a 3D model surface into a 2D layout so that our textures can be applied accurately. This is done for all 3D models and you cannot escape this. So this is the easiest definition I could find. So this was the paper definition. So let's look at this this example that I'm trying to show you. This is our default cube, and let me change this to UV editor. So currently this cube has 6 sides, and if I go into edit mode, this is how we unwrap anything, any object, by going into edit mode. And shortcut key for UV unwrapping is U, as in what are you doing, man? Or come over here. This will give you the same options, UV unwrapping, right? If we select everything, you can see on our right hand side, you can see it is already unwrapped, because by default Blender's default objects are given proper UV coordinates, right? So these are properly UV unwrapped. We are trying to make a 2D representation of this 3D cube, so that when we apply textures there are no stretching. So because our texture would be in 2D and it needs to be applied on our 3D object. So for that we will have to UV unwrap these things perfectly. Let me come back here. Most of the time you will use this unwrap angle based. It works fine. Then this was recently added, Smart UV project, and it works very good. So you can get away with most of things with this Smart UV project. And then there are cube projection. These are for specific purposes, and this one we will use very soon. Let me give you an example what it means. Project from view, this is what we will use. This is a cheat of sorts. Let's say I just want to only unwrap this particular face, single face. So I will I'm in right now front view, one on numpad, and I don't think so I can enable screencast on this one. So numpad 1, and if I come back here, project from view, you can see now all other faces are gone, only this particular face is left here. So this is properly unwrapped, and we can apply a specific texture on this particular face only. So yeah, that can be done. Let's undo it. Marking seams is essential for defining where the mesh will be cut to create a flat UV layout. This helps minimizing distortion when unwrapping the object for texturing. Yeah, it can be a pain, really, to be honest. It's not that easy. It's easy for something simple like this, but it gets really hard when we have complex meshes with intersecting joints, and that's when you will need these seams and all, so that you can tell the software where to apply texture and how to apply that texture, so that there is minimum amount of stretching. If you want your work to look professional, you need to tackle UVs. So let's tackle that. Screencast keys are active. So in front view, let's unwrap this part, this thing. UV editor, in edit mode, select everything. So you can see we just recently checked out. This is a default cubes, default UVs. So now I know that this was made up of our default cube. Remember I just said that we will use only this project from view option. So it's time, select this face and go to UVs and project from view. So we only have this particular face unwrapped. Let's place it over here, and in our materials tab, create a new material and give it portrait. So name it portrait, and for this we need an image texture, because we will be adding our image, this one, because nobody is going to be able to replicate this. So we will use this as a texture. let's do this and look for a image texture and press Ctrl T to add our mapping and coordinate textures. It by default assumes that you have your UVs unwrapped, so it has attached UV. So now we just need to tell this where our image is. I think it should be loaded here. So yes, it is loaded. Now you see this is the face we have and it's over here. And if yours is not showing, image is not showing over here, you can access the image from here. Mine is located like this, and if your image is not showing over here, it should show here. If it's not, then you will have to access it by opening this menu, right? So now all we need to do is just move this square and fit it like here, like this. So this UV unwrapping is in 2D, and Z-axis won't work here, so we are limited to X and Y coordinates. So rest of the commands will work here. So if I can scale this on scale SY, right, something like this, move, same commands will work, S and X, and let's see what we have here. I think it's tad bit in vertex select. Same options are over here too, vertex, edge and face, and this one would be UV island. Let's not worry about UV islands. Let's select this vertex and pull these down something like this, and let's move it over here. Yeah, I think it okay, select these ones too and move them up. G, okay, Z won't work, G and Y, yeah. So yes, so we have something like this over here. So I want this to pop a little. Let's do that. Shift A, search for hue saturation node and a brightness contrast node. Is it here? Yeah, I just want to make it something like this. Okay, .05, right? So this will look like this, and now we need to take care of this one. Let's unwrap it first. Edit mode, select everything. Sorry, select this face in face mode. Select this face. U, project from view. So we have it. Let's share the same material. Control L. Link materials. Make this a single user, just like this. So now we have a separate material for this one, but that material also happens to have all these nodes attached. So our work is half done. We just need to make sure that this one is placed, this one is placed something like this. We just need to be in vertex mode. Okay, select this vertex, and this vertex, S, X, S, Y, S, SX, SX, G, and take these, move them up, and move it something like this. Just need to roughly match it. Doesn't have to be perfect. So we have something like this. Oh yeah, it looks okay. So let's try to reduce its brightness. Minus 0.50. Right, now it looks better in my view, and I think we are done for this tutorial. Control S, save, and that's it.